Assalamu alaikum, this is your brother Muhammad, and today I am high up in Dubai, and I wanted to share something with you because on the way to Dubai I was flying with one of my cousins, and he said to me that he's got a terrible fear of flying. Now this fear of flying, he's had it for a long time. Obviously, he feels about it very, very strongly, and so I kind of started questioning him. What is it about this fear that makes you so scared about it? And he's like, you know what, it's the whole thing about not being in control. Now, control is something very, very dear to my heart because I consider myself like a recovering control freak. So control is very, very interesting. And so what I wanted to kind of speak to you guys about was this thing about how I overcame, or I'm still overcoming, being a control freak. Now, one of the ways you can do that is by realizing that you're not really in control at all, right? You are not in control. Because he said, I don't feel like I'm in control when I'm up here and things like that. The truth is, if you're driving on the road, you're not in control. A car could come from anywhere and it could completely kill you or do anything, and it's the same, right? But it's the illusion of control. And so I want to demonstrate to you this to you in a funny way, because I'm with some other cousins and stuff, and they had a different fear. So for example, we're in this building, it's really, really high up, right? And they've got this glass panel, which I'm going to show you right now. And the glass panel is something that you have to walk over and you can actually see the bottom of it. So let me just show you what it looks like. Okay, so here's the panel. As you can see, it's glass and it goes all the way down to the bottom, right? And so when I got up to the lift, because I arrived late, two of my cousins, they were standing by here, by this path, and they were scared to walk onto it because they felt like, well, it's glass and it could break and it's dangerous, right? And so because of that fear, they didn't step into it. Now, the reason why I talk about the illusion of control is because the irony of this whole situation, and by the way, it's kind of fine to walk on, is that this place is super, super secure, to the point where they've actually got, if you can see, they've got two different sets of glass as a protection, right? But he thinks that by being here, he's not in control. But what he doesn't realize is right next door here, like if you look at this place, the truth is he feels safe standing here. So he feels safe standing here, but he doesn't feel safe standing here. But the illusion, and this is the whole thing, the whole problem is that you're still high up, like over here on the ground, you feel like you're in control, when your level of control is exactly the same as this. Just like that glass can break, the floor that is here can break, right? And so this is a big, big thing when it comes to control freaks, realizing that the truth is you're not in control. The one who is in control is Allah, and that's it. Now, of course, there's things you can do to minimize, maximize risks and change things up. I'm not saying you don't do any of that, but what I'm saying is that if you let your fear basically dictate what you do, then you will become its slave. And we as Muslims don't want to be slaves to anything except Allah. And so what we need to do is we need to actually grab our fear, and we need to just feel the fear and do it anyway. Because when it comes to fear, it's something that breeds on time. The longer you take to do something, the more fear you'll have. So if you're scared of something, like you fell off a bike and then you don't get back on the bike, the longer you leave it, the more the fear will breed. But if you take action, it destroys fear. And so what I did with these cousins is I basically grabbed both their hands. I said, say Bismillah, right? Say Bismillah. I grabbed both their hands and then I just walked onto it. And then after a minute, he kind of walked. He was still shaking a little bit. He looked at it, and then I explained to him this whole thing about illusion of control. And then obviously he felt a little bit better being there. So, there's fears that every single one of us has. And really the key to overcoming the fear is to realize that, look, you are not in control. Allah is in control. You can only do your best. You can take your precautions, but you need to take action. And so whatever your fear is, make sure you find an action you can take, even if it's something really, really small, even if it's something that you consider insignificant, but take some action so that it doesn't paralyze you at all. And when it comes to the whole control freak thing, realize that this is a process that you need to kind of overcome to stop being a control freak. And as you start letting go, you start becoming much more free, inshallah. May Allah make it easy for you.